Namaprithaya. Welcome back to Buddhism for Beginners YouTube channel. Boys and girls, have you ever noticed that certain things keep on happening to us in different ways? Now today's story is preached by the Supreme Buddha when he was residing at the Jeta's monastery. Do you remember Anathapindika's monastery in the city of Savatthi? So, something happened with Devadatta, and then the Sariputta Bhante, Arahant Sariputta Bhante. So Sariputta Bhante went and rescued these monks that were about to get themselves in danger. So based on that incident, Supreme Buddha preached a past story that took place long time ago in a city called Rajagaha. So boys and girls, at the time our Bodhisattva, our Supreme Buddha as the Bodhisattva, was born into a deer family. And so this deer had two sons. So one's name was Lakkhana, the other one's name was Kala. So, they were having such a good time. But there are seasons in India, and so it was the season for harvesting. In the paddy fields, that was the time for the farmers to harvest their crops. So, but this time is very dangerous for deers. Why? Because they don't understand the danger that people, they're harming the crops. So when they go to sneak food from the paddy fields, the farmers, the humans, would harm these deers. So because the father, the Bodhisattva father, knew that his sons are going to get themselves in trouble, so he called both of his sons and said, dear sons, Lakkhana and Kala, this is not a good time for you to hang around in the near the village. So I want both of you to take all of our relatives and go to the forest and stay there until this harvesting season is over. So what this Bodhisattva did was that he divided the whole clan of the family of deers into two groups. I handed over one group to the deer Lakkhana and the other group to the deer Kala. And then he said, okay, so please safely stay in the forest, and your mother and I will find a way to stay safe closer to the village. So after taking the advice from their father, these two deers took off. But guess what, boys and girls? This Kala, the deer Kala, he was not, really listening to his father's advice. He couldn't even recognize the danger. So he would, go closer to the village, in the morning and in the evening and during the daytime too. So he was not really, identifying the danger. So what has happened was when he was going back and forth from the village to the forest without taking the time into consideration, one at a time, his the group that was assigned to him was killed by the humans, the farmers who were living in the village. But the Lakkhana, the deer Lakkhana, was, he didn't do things like that. He listened to his father's advice. He took his father's advice to his heart, and then he only came down to the village to find food at midnight, because he knew if he come any time other than the midnight, the people would be on their way, waiting for the deers to cross the borders. So, and because of that, boys and girls, this Lakkhana deer and then the group that was assigned to him, no harm came to their way. So, at the end of this harvesting period, both of them came back to see their parents. But unfortunately, boys and girls, in Kala's group, there was no deer left other than the Kala. But because Lakkhana deer took his father's advice, he was able to save himself and the rest of his group. And the father and the mother, they were very, very happy that at least Lakkhana took the advice. So boys and girls, just like I reminded you, this story was told by the Supreme Buddha based on an incident that took place at at Jeta's monastery. So Sariputta Bante was the dear Lakkhana, and Devadatta was born as the dear Kala, and the father was our Supreme Buddha. So boys and girls, just like I reminded you at the beginning of the story, that this story was told by the Supreme Buddha based on an incident that took place at the Jeta's monastery, right? So what happened was Devadatta, manipulated some of the monks that was studying under the Supreme Buddha, and then he took all of those monks with him, and then the Sariputta Bante came to rescue, and the Sariputta Bante went and explained Dhamma to these monks and brought them back. And the monks who were watching Sariputta Bante's bringing all these rest of the monks who were about to put themselves in trouble, they were very happy. That was a beautiful scenery for them. And that's the time that Supreme Buddha thought to remind all the Bantes how Arahant Sariputta rescued his clan, the ones who are related to him, even in a previous life. So boys and girls, remember, same thing could happen to us in different ways. But therefore, make sure that you do things that's going to bring betterment to ourselves and to the people around us. I will see you soon again, boys and girls. May you all be well and happy. May the Triple Gem bless you. Namo Buddhaya.